Romans verse 9 chapter 19. One of you will say to me, then why does God still blame us? For who resists his will? Since it is in God's will that he determined those who will receive his mercy, why should man who resists this will be blamed? This shows that man wants to determine how to receive the mercy of God, but God has determined it before he made the world that it will only be by the free gift of salvation in Christ Jesus. Ephesians chapter 1 verse 4. Long ago, even before he made the world, God loved us and chose us in Christ to be holy and without fault in his eyes. Why is God judging men when he has already predetermined those he will have mercy on? Listen to Paul. Ephesians chapter 1 verse 5. God's unchanging plan has always been to adopt us into his own family by bringing us to himself through Jesus Christ. And this gave him great pleasure. Before the world, God determined that those that will receive his mercy and come into his mercy are those who come by faith in Christ. Who are those God predetermined to receive mercy? Those that are found in Christ Jesus. Who are these people? Whosoever believeth in him shall not perish. John chapter 3 verse 16. As many as receive him, he gave them the power, right to become sons of God. John chapter 1 verse 12. In the salvation plan of God, there is no preclusion or exclusion, it is open to all. But such must be found in Christ Jesus, who is the mercy of God to the world. Anyone who finds his way into Christ has entered into the predestined plan of God in salvation. Man is asking in Romans chapter 9 verse 19 that why will God judge them since he has predetermined those that will be salvation? Paul responded, Romans chapter 9 verse 20, Nay but, O man, who art thou that repliest against God? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, Why hast thou made me thus? Paul's response is that he is the Almighty who created the whole world. He has the right to determine how he wants things to be. Instead of man to align to God's plan, man wants to be left alone to do what he likes, forgetting that man was created for God and not the other way. The earth is the Lord's. He has chosen that salvation will only be found in Christ. Paul added, Romans chapter 9 verse 22. God has every right to exercise his judgment and his power, but he also has the right to be very patient with those who are the objects of his judgment and are fit only for destruction. To question God on his right to judge those who resist his will and not follow his predestined salvation plan, Paul responded that God has the right to judge the world, and has the right to also be patient in not bringing judgment against those in disobedience to his will. He has the right to endure the ungodly. Romans chapter 9 verse 23, and that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which he had afore prepared unto glory. If in God's right, he is patient in bringing judgment on the ungodly, how much more will he show greater mercy on those who have aligned themselves according to his predestined plan of salvation in Christ Jesus. Romans chapter 9 verse 24, even including ourselves whom he has called, not only from among the Jews but also from among the Gentiles, heathen. Those in God's mercy are those called in Christ Jesus. These are they who have believed in Jesus as Lord. Hope this helps.